How's
Hey
it
there,
going,
how you
man?
doing?
How's it going, man?
Good, good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm happy to have you, man. It's truly an honor, man.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
awesome, awesome. Get right into this, man. So I'm Drew. I'm art abandoned photography. Also, I'm starting my own thing, kind of called. I'm calling it Geek Out with Drew. So
Sure.
that's why the title was geeking out with Dead Asleep. So
Gotcha. Cool.
so
I like it. Well, thanks for having us on. I really appreciate it.
oh,
On our
very cool.
humble little adventure here.
Yeah. So you got other people with you, or more people joining?
This is going to be it. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Just want to make sure I know who has. So you're. I'm trying to remember. What are you? Are you the vocalist or?
So I played drums, but I also kind of got the whole band
Oh,
started.
okay.
I corralled everybody. So
Okay.
yeah, but
I was
drums on this one. Yep.
okay. Awesome. Very cool. So drums
Mhm.
used to be. I was looking because like Jason and
He's being
Jason.
Crobot.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jason was in Drowning Pool. Yeah. Mhm.
and then I got you and Pat Seals. Was also he was also in Crobot, but also Flyleaf at one
Yep.
point. And then
Yep.
Jameson was from Fire from the Gods. My notes are
Yeah,
correct.
that's correct. Yep.
Very cool, man. Uh, very awesome, dude. That's I'm not going to really dive too much into the past stuff. I want to look at what's going on now and going forward.
Yeah. Cool.
So very cool. And so I'm sure everybody that knows you guys, that follows you guys, knows that you made this happen. My first question out of the gate is, who made the call and why did it happen? So,
It's a very good question. I was literally at a bar venue actually owned by Anthony Stevenson. Come and Take It Live
Mhm,
here in Austin. And funny enough, it was Drew, the other guitar player from Fire from the Gods. He was tending the bar,
mhm.
and I just kind of looked at him and I was like, "Hey, do you want to start a band?" And that's literally how this all started. He goes, "Cool, I know a guy." He brought in Jameson.
Uh-huh.
We wrote the music to Victimless like
Mhm.
a week later, something like that. And
Wow.
we were hunting for vocalists for a long time.
Mhm,
And then we just happened to know somebody who knew somebody who got us introduced to Jason. Jason
mhm,
threw back Victimless was the first song, and we were just
mhm.
like, okay, so this works. Let's see what else we got. We just kept going and kept going and kept going until we had these 5 songs that we were ready to release. And it just kind of one foot in front of the other, because Flyleaf is still doing their thing. Their whole tour is sold out right now.
Right.
Super stoked for Pat.
Mhm.
Fire from the Gods just got picked up again, and they're going to start hitting it really hard. So this is
Very cool.
really, it's just a passion project. And it all sort of started with just some riffs I had lying around. I play guitar too, and I
Oh,
play guitar on the record actually, because those guys were out all doing their thing, and we just sort of like self-produced it just for fun, just to I don't know, spread the wings and fly a little bit. So,
there you go. Nothing wrong with
uh-huh.
that whatsoever, man.
Yeah. Hmm.
I've never seen or photographed Crobot. I have caught Fire from the Gods when they opened for Corn, and I went
Yeah.
to Drowning Pool not too long ago, actually. So
Nice.
so that's awesome, man.
Crobot's a lot of hair, man. It's a lot of movement. Brandon doesn't stop moving. He's a hell of a performer.
I've seen him come across my feed a couple times. It's like I'll
Hmm.
get to that later. I'll get to it later. And then I was taking my notes earlier, and I'm sorry, like I said, I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't write down. I just wrote down who and where they were. I
Hmm.
forgot to write down. Oh, Dan's on drums. Don't. So
It's all good. It's
that's
all
my
good.
fault, man.
They are a phenomenal live band. So
Really,
good. If you get the chance, check them out and
I will
blow you
have
away.
to.
Hmm.
I will have to check them out, man. So I really, just real quick, like I said, man, I really do appreciate you guys taking or you taking time to sit down
Hmm.
with me today. So I was just curious, you said it's a passion project. I accidentally wrote this question twice, like why was this band necessary? You already answered that. So I was kind of wondering, trying to think here. We've already covered a couple of my questions. I'm trying not to get too boring here.
No
Uh
problem.
so you said you have 5 songs already that you've already got ready lined up and everything. Victimless was an awesome video, by the way. I really
Thank you.
high production quality on that, especially for just a passion project starting off.
Yeah,
So
we got lucky with that one. Mike with 11 Productions, he
mhm,
just came in and I mean, talk about a pro. He just knocked
mhm,
it out. We had cameras rolling constantly. Wasn't a stressful day at all. He was like, "I get it. We're doing a performance video. It's heavy metal, a lot of hair, A lot of headbanging. Cool. Let's do this thing. He was right on board. He used to play drums and Falling in Reverse, so he
Oh,
he sort of knew the whole thing. He was like,
gotcha.
"Let's get it done. Let's have a good time. Let's have a beer afterwards. Let's go home." And he turned around and absolutely crushed it. The guy
Oh,
is insanely talented. So,
I no arguments,
mhm.
man.
Yeah.
I saw. I'm probably at least 10 of those watches that you guys have on YouTube right now. So at least.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So I love where you guys are headed with this so far. I can't wait to hear more from it, honestly. So you guys have all spent time in other bands and whatnot, and you're
Mhm.
settling something new. What qualities are you looking for from? What qualities can fans expect from this new project if it decides to hit the road and tour and whatnot?
I mean, it was designed to be played live. A lot
Mhm,
of the riffs that I wrote and things like that. And
mhm,
when we were producing vocals and getting the songs together, it was
mhm,
like keep the pedal down. And when you think it's down, push it down even further. And
mhm.
momentum and energy the entire time.
Yeah.
So if people come out to a show, you're gonna see elements of Crobot, a lot of headbanging, a
Mhm,
lot of flair. You're gonna get
mhm.
that drowning pool anthematic, big presence, come and sing along kind of thing. Fire from the gods. Jameson is an insanely good singer too,
Mhm.
so you're gonna get all those vocal harmonies and everything. He's great, and Pat's a monster. He's got those karate kicks on lock. I don't know if you saw it. He's got a couple of those in there in the video.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really high energy and just a good rock show. That's what we were going for. If we can get you bobbing your head, that's what you can expect more of.
Oh, that's I don't know if you caught it when you first came in, and I was watching Victimless again. I was just sitting there, like, dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you're like, oh, he's there. I'm not trying to fanboy out on you right now, man. I'm just trying to.
It's all
It's
good.
it's
I'm
got a
glad you
very
enjoy
good
it.
rhythmic. Definitely got a good pull you in rhythm to it.
Mhm. Well, I
So
mean, when I sit down and I write these riffs and things,
mhm,
it's such a drum first perspective. I'm playing the guitar like I'm playing the drum beat. A lot of times I'll record the demos without drums whatsoever, and that'll be the last thing I put on there, just because I know what I want to have on
mhm.
there, and then we'll figure it out later. So, groove first for sure, and I'm glad you're bobbing your head. Means it's working.
I don't understand how you guys do what you do. I love music. I tear it apart. The first time I hear a song, I have to listen to it over and over and over because I
Hmm.
tear it apart. And then everybody's like, "Oh, what do you play?" Nothing, man, nothing. I love music. I dissect it, but at the same time, I am absolute envious of you guys, especially people that can play multiple instruments. Dude, it just blows my mind how you guys can differentiate that in the finger movements and muscle memory. I don't get it. So I just don't get it, man.
It's just one of those things. I just started when I was a kid and I just never
Mhm,
stopped. It's just something I've always been a part of. And eventually you just kind of keep learning more and have fun with it. And hopefully get to the point where you can share it with fans like you. That's the
yeah,
whole reason we do this thing, that we can do this
yeah.
thing, is support from fans like you. So thanks for listening and thanks for bobbing your
Oh,
head.
oh, no worries, man.
Hmm.
I am curious. How old were you when you hit your first concert, and who did you go see?
First concert, I think I was 12, maybe 13.
Mhm.
And my good friend Chris, his dad had box seats to AC/DC. So my first concert was AC/DC. So we're talking about
Wow.
groove, right? And the showmanship, Hell's Bells, the
Oh,
pants
goodness.
down, the guitar solo, spin around, all of it. I was hooked right then and there. And then after that is when I sort of started branching out into some of
Mhm,
my more, you might hear it a little bit in some of the music, but Linkin Park hit. And that
mhm.
was like right at that
Yeah,
really integral part of the formation of my style.
mhm,
Linkin Park hit, Nonpoint hit, Seven Dust hit, that whole new metal push, Limp
yeah.
Bizkit, all those guys, and I was in. I was just a concert junkie from that point forward.
That good reason to be, man.
Right? Yeah.
So, I was also wondering, how do I put it? I had it, it just went, "It'll come back, I promise."
Sure.
So so you're talking about all the writing you're doing, that's what it was. You're talking
Mhm.
about the writing you're doing and everything. What is the weirdest thing that's actually inspired you to put words, like a weirdest event that's like, I gotta write this down right now? Like
Man,
weirdest creative like click or something, I guess.
Sometimes it all just more so just hits at the weirdest time. It's not the event, it just hits at the weirdest time. There's so much going on up here.
Mhm.
You wonder if you have ADHD at times. You'll be in the shower and you're like, I gotta wrap this up right now. I gotta go. That's how the riff for roll call came about.
Mhm.
Actually, I was in the shower. This is like
Mhm.
years ago, and I was like, oh, I had shampoo all over my hair. I was like, I gotta get this out. I gotta go. And you hum it into your phone, and you're trying not to get water on it, and then you go figure it out on the guitar later. And the words, honestly, you start with a melody.
Mhm.
If you hear a word or something, you just put it down on there, and sometimes that's all you need. From there, you just start to puzzle piece it together, and you find a
Wow.
meaning after the fact. So it's a
Wow.
mystery to us as much as it is, to you. Like, how do you do it? And kind of the answer is, I have no idea. I let it happen to me.
That very viable. Very
Yeah.
viable.
Mhm.
Uh, when you guys are touring, how do you guys have any like, or not even necessarily touring, if you're doing a show, any show, do you guys have any like rituals or practices you have that, hype you up or help you wind down from a show?
I can't speak for those guys. I don't know what they do in their camps, but Crobot had a very simple ritual. We didn't do, no huddle, no handshake, no high five or anything like that. We just did a pre-show heater, is what we
Mhm.
called it, and that consisted of a bottle of tequila and a couple shot glasses,
Mhm.
and we'd all just boom, take the heater, shake it off, and then the guitar player Bishop and I, we had this thing called the Secret Shot Society, which after a while was the not so secret shot society. And we would go find a fan and we would take a shot with them too, and then we get ready to go play the show. So
That's
that was our pre-show ritual.
that's
Gotta have
awesome.
fun with it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I am curious. Do you guys are you more nervous like when you're getting ready to go to perform or versus when you're releasing new music for the internet who are obviously nothing but music critics out there? Which makes you more nervous?
Releasing the music by
Really?
far, because no one's heard it yet.
Hmm.
When you play a show, you've got that live energy. You can connect
Hmm.
with the crowd. You already know what you're gonna do.
Hmm.
Sorry, I got a call coming in there. Just kill that real quick. Should have put that on do not disturb. Um, but you know what you're gonna do. You've
Hmm.
got to execute and then connect with the crowd. That's the
Right.
biggest thing you got to do. But when you're releasing music, it's very personal. That's when you
Hmm.
can listen to the meaning of the songs. That's when you
Hmm.
can dig in on all the nuances, and you can hear it over and over and over again. You
Hmm.
know, because like you said, you got to listen to it a bunch of times to dissect it.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't land. You only get that one chance.
Hmm.
Sometimes you only get that opening riff. You've only
Yeah.
got 30 seconds, and that might be pushing it. And might be even shorter than that. So when you release it, it's very raw, it's very real, and you just hope to keep attention. If
Yeah.
they're at the show, man, you can wave your arms, you can headbang, you can do your thing, which is a lot of fun, which is when you get to bring it to life.
Hmm.
So for me, that's a little easier because I can step into it's not necessarily a character, but
Hmm.
that side of my personality that's
Hmm.
just a lot of fun. Be that guy that when you went and saw AC/DC for the first time and saw him strutting around and headbanging and doing all that, go be that guy. So to me, that's easier. Releasing it, that's when it's raw and real, and you actually you give the listener a chance to listen to the
Hmm.
emotion of it all and not just be bombarded with the energy of it.
Right. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a meaning behind the name of Dead Asleep?
I'm searching for that one still. A lot of it, we had a whole list of names, and this was one that most importantly wasn't already a band name. We
Hmm.
did a lot of search engine
Hmm.
stuff and all that, but it's kind of crazy as we sort of started writing. Jason did a lot of the lyrics, and I did the lyrics on My Shadow Spawns. We found ourselves kind of talking about this whole almost like a cycle thing
Hmm.
of we already know that we're caught in this self-destructive pattern. What are we going to do about it?
Hmm.
Sometimes it's nothing, you know.
Right.
There's a quote I'm trying to work in. It's like we didn't choose to fly, but we chose the ground, and
Hmm.
that's sort of that like self-destructive pattern that you know about, and it's that dead asleep sort of mentality. Are you caught in between? Are you like my shadow spawns? Are you in that shadow self right now? Are we examining that shadow self?
Hmm.
What can we do about it? Is it an admittance? And Maybe there's a meaning connected to it, to Dead Asleep. Brandon used to do this a lot in Crobot. He'd write and then he'd go, "It's going to come to me eventually. I'll find that one line that wraps it up." I don't know if we found it quite yet, but it does resonate. It's
Hmm.
a good turn of phrase,
Hmm.
and it allows us to sort of explore some of those topics that someone might need to just, hear and go, "You're not alone. We're all kind of dealing with these things." It's a very human thing we're
Right.
talking about. So you don't have to be dead asleep to have these feelings.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's dead asleep.
Yeah. That's very viable, man. Very deep.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mm.
That kind of made me think about something. Another question I've asked a couple bands recently. If Do you believe in the existence of a multiverse, like alternate realities and realms and whatnot? And if so, is there a version? Is there a version of you that you hope does not exist, or is there one that you hope does exist?
Whoa. Um, I don't know. I like to play around with the idea of a multiverse. That
Uh-huh.
way you can be anything you want, right?
Hmm.
So I guess, if you will, a shadow self would exist, right?
Hmm.
Or an optimal version of yourself. I could be an investment banker for all I know, and I want no part of that in this life. I enjoy being an artist. I like, why did we start this thing? I don't know. I just felt like we needed to say something. I can't tell someone to have that intrinsic
Hmm.
drive. You just kind of have it. So
Hmm.
I like this version. I like this multiverse. This universe is pretty rad. Um, I'm sure there's some versions of myself that have made some better life decisions, but maybe we can write about we can write about that for this band and share it with y'all.
There you go. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, what's the so far? What's the first impression people have been getting Dead Asleep? Is if it's do they have an ambition of being a super group, or are you just kind of letting it take off and evolve it on its own? Or
So it started as a super group, and that's kind
Mhm.
of the angle everyone has looked at it from.
Mhm.
But we'd love for it to be its own thing.
Mhm.
We're still even sort of figuring out the sound as
Yeah.
we move forward. There's some, stoner rock elements from my Crobot background,
Mhm.
some more metalcore from Fire from the Gods and things like
Mhm.
that. And we dipped a little emo, leaning into like the Flyleaf kind of
Mhm.
thing. I grew up listening to Kill Switch and Seven
Mhm.
Dust and Lamb of God and all that. So we're just gonna try to group all that stuff together
Mhm.
and let it be what it's gonna be. So far, the response has been very positive.
Oh yeah.
Everyone kind of likes whatever song they like. It all kind of depends on their personal choice. I've heard
Yeah.
literally every single song has been named as someone's favorite. The energy on this, the bridge on this, blah blah blah. We're just stoked that people are giving it a listen.
Mhm.
And when the time comes when everyone's finally not touring and being on the road, we'll turn it up real loud and play some live shows and give it back to the fans.
Very cool. Very
Mhm.
cool. And are you guys where are you guys all based? I mean, you're in Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so Jason's in Dallas.
Hmm.
He's up there with the Deep Eddy crew, the Pantera crowd, and everything. And
Hmm.
then we're down in Austin, so it's
Oh,
really
okay.
not too bad. 4 hour drive for those of y'all at like 80 miles an hour down in Texas because we like to go real fast down here. We got a lot of land to cover, but yeah, a little day trip. We'll rock out with you.
That's cool. I'm up in Cleveland, man. I'm just south of Cleveland, actually.
Hey,
So,
Cleveland rocks, man. Nice. Yeah, I grew up in Wisconsin myself, so I'm a Midwesterner. I'm
gotcha.
an Austin, Texas transplant. So
There
yeah.
you go.
Mhm.
So, when you guys are touring, what's a snack that is got to be on the bus for you guys?
For me, man,
Yeah.
just those incredibly unhealthy carbs. I gotta have chips. I gotta have so I mean, from Doritos to Sun Chips, I'll eat just plain ass tortilla chips. I don't care. That's I don't have a sweet tooth. I have like a refined, horrible for you carb tooth. A lot of guys, beef jerky, something like that. And I've
Hmm.
seen a lot of singers. You got to have like coconut water, or just like warm water, not the cold. The cold
Really?
water it'll constrict your vocal cords. So room temp water for singers moving forward.
Did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, if you like chips, man, I'm going to tell you a little. I'll give you a challenge. Look up an Asian market in your area. Not
Hmm.
joking about this. My wife, she goes to the Asian market all the time, and like Lay's potato chips, Frito Lay or whatever. They have like
Absolutely.
the Asian flavored chips, man.
Hmm.
Some of the weirdest combinations that we would think of as Americans, but I mean, like some of them, dude. I mean, they're slap your mama good. They're that good.
Absolutely.
If you're a chip connoisseur, I highly encourage you to find an Asian market in your area and check it out, dude, because you won't be disappointed.
I'm
So
gonna check it out. We've got some stuff like 40 minutes north of where I'm at in North Austin. There's a huge Asian market, so I'm sure they've got all that. I'll tell you one I had in the UK with Crobot that I was just like, why would anyone do this? It was just ketchup
Mhm.
potato chips. It made sense as soon as I took a bite. I was like, oh, it's like eating McDonald's fries. This is great. And I all tour long, I was just rifling those down.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, I am curious, as being a musician as long as you have, different projects and whatnot. What's been the weirdest fan interaction you've had?
Definitely, you get some weird ones at the merch table. Since I replaced the first drummer
Uh-huh.
for Crowbot after their two albums.
Hmm.
I came on during Mother Brain. We got
Okay.
something about mascot and caught some traction. So it was
Hmm.
a lot of fun, but it was a heavy departure from their like more clutch and Aerosmith ZZ Top kind of
Hmm.
sound. We went more Alice in Chains,
Hmm.
a little more grunge, Rage Against the Machine. Sometimes I was trying to find a bounce for.
Hmm.
Um, and some of the fans would walk up, and I had some really weird ones where they'd be like, "You're a great drummer." Not as good as the last guy, but you're a great drummer. And you just kind of sit there and you hand the CD back that you just signed and you go, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out to the show. You don't know what to do with that, but maybe they were nervous. I don't know. I didn't take it too personally or anything like that. It was just that was the record we had at the time. They wanted the old stuff. And I get that, you know.
And that's one thing I hate hearing from people is they go to a show and the band plays new stuff, and everybody's, I wanted to hear the old stuff. And
Yeah.
then, but also hear people saying they didn't play, they played only old stuff. I want to hear the new stuff. It's like you can't make everybody happy, man. You just can't. And just go out there and it's like I don't. If you want to hear the old stuff, go home and listen to the CD. You don't got to pay for parking for that, man. So
Right.
uh,
It's a tough thing to balance because you want to promote your new record, you want to promote
right,
your new material, you want someone to pick up a T-shirt, but you also want to serve those fans,
right.
hit them with the fan favorites and things like that. So you just try to kind of pick your favorites and try to
Hmm.
pick one from every album that you like, and
Hmm.
hopefully at the end of the day,
Uh,
you just kind of give everyone a sprinkling of what they want. And if enough people, make enough noise,
yeah,
the next time we're in that town, we'll make a note, and
yeah.
we'll get it ready for you.
Very
Any
cool.
reason to come back and play more live music.
Yeah. So you mentioned you play drums and you also play guitar.
Mhm.
Uh, which one was first, and which one do you have a preference between the two?
Drums, drums all
Drums.
the way. Yeah, I picked it up. My parents I was the third of four kids, so they were just like anything and everything our children can do. So we can go to work and they can just stimulate their minds, sports, music, this, that, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
They made me play piano until I was out of elementary school, and they said, what do you want to play? And I literally saw Dave Grohl on Saturday Night Live performing with Nirvana, and I thought it
Uh,
was the coolest thing I'd ever seen, and I went, drums. And it's been a love obsession ever since. So that's my comfort zone. That's where I approach everything from. It always starts with drums, even
mhm.
though I'll write something on the guitar. The drums they're being played in my head, and I'll lock
Yeah.
everything together from there. Yeah,
That actually circling back to what you said earlier that you're playing it on the guitar, you're writing it on the guitar, but you're like you said, you're a drummer at heart. That's your DNA right there. So you
yeah,
don't need to play the drums to hear them in your head. So that just answered the question fully for what earlier. I was like, well, if you're a drummer, why are you writing on guitar? That's why you
that's
don't.
why.
It's already there, man. You're already imagining it. That's
Like
awesome.
the physicality of drums live,
Hmm.
I don't think I will ever get over. It's so much fun. It's like the harder you hit, the cooler the crowd thinks it is. And
Hmm.
you can't do that on a guitar. You start strumming too hard, things start going sharp and pulled out of tune and it gets
Hmm.
wonky. And it's scary. I like being behind a drum kit. I'm used to that.
Mhm.
I've got my office desk in front of me, with a guitar, I feel naked and exposed. But it's a really good way for me to, it's a great creative outlet.
Mhm.
If I hear a riff, I want to share that. So,
All right, I'm gonna ask you a photography question. As a
okay.
drummer, there was somebody in a photography group I'm in on Facebook the other day. I was asking, do you want longer expo? Do drummers like longer exposure, where like this shows movement of the stick, like matrix
Mhm.
effect or whatever, or do you prefer the crisp, where you can see the fingers and the placement of your wrists and whatnot? What do you prefer as a drummer?
How about option three? I'm just stoked if hair and or a symbol isn't in my face. I'm just I'm just stoked if I have a picture at all. But both really serve a cool point. Like there's
Mhm,
so much cool motion.
mhm,
Like you can see the energy if you can see the trail of the
mhm,
stick or the hair flying up and there's a
mhm,
blur. But it's also really cool to finally get a moment captured in complete chaos
mhm,
of just like this clean shot.
mhm,
Like at some of my favorite ones, you can see hairs everywhere. I've got sticks crossed this way and that to try to be as big as I can, but you can see me like eyeballing my next symbol.
mhm.
You can see how controlled like the chaos is. It's just whatever moment you can capture and what and however it can push that art forward. They're both great.
So that brings me to another question I didn't even have written down. I've never asked a drummer this before. Is do you guys rely more on visuals or muscle memory at your kit? I've never.
Mm. Muscle memory. I could play it
Okay.
with my eyes closed. Those drums, they're 14 inches wide.
Mhm.
You can just kind of ballpark it, you're gonna find it. So
Okay.
yeah, muscle memory plays in. It's a lot like you got to keep it sharp, like working out or something like that. So the more you practice, the less you have to look at the instrument. Then you can really put on a show and have a good time.
Oh, okay. I was just when you said it, you can see where I'm eyeballing my next symbol, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. I just didn't know.
Part of that is the muscle memory too.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
Because I'm just so used to being like, and your next spot's there, and come back over here, and
Oh, okay.
it's just the routine of everything. Yeah,
Sorry if that seems remedial. I've never even attempted drums, man. So I just didn't know how that worked out.
yeah.
Uh, so outside of music, what do you do once you're done with music for the day or for after a tour or something? What's like one of the first things you do when you get home and just kind of like trying to unwind?
Man, I'm a video game nerd. I'll fire up whatever I'm playing that day. I was big into Destiny for a while. That was the
Mhm.
first person shooter, kind of
Yeah.
Halo, Final Fantasy. I'll even go into, I'll sit down with my girlfriend and we'll play like Stardew Valley, some of those cozy farmer games and stuff like that. We just got two puppies too. So I love sitting down with them and teaching them sit down, stay, all that, and then just absolutely being chaotic with them. I'm the one that plays with them all the time, and they have endless amounts of energy. So it's a really good time. So I just kind of a dork at heart, and I just love
Nothing
heavy
wrong with
music.
that.
So yeah,
Nothing
right.
wrong
I
with that,
love it.
man. That's awesome.
Hmm.
So if you when you guys are able to start hitting the road with Dead Asleep, is there any bands you're like I don't know if you're already talking to anybody, but is there anybody you're hoping to hit the road with?
Haven't talked to anybody quite yet. We
Okay.
wanted to get the record out there and give it some numbers before we sort of started contacting people.
Hmm.
But any of our I mean, it'd be cool to go out with Fire from the Gods. It'd be cool to go out with Flyleaf or
Hmm.
Drowning Pool, any of those guys, if they'd have us. Um, Seven Dust would be an amazing one.
Hmm.
I did four shows with them in Crobot back when they were doing an anniversary show of their debut album,
Hmm.
and that was an absolute blast. Those guys, I can't say enough about them. They're so nice.
Hmm.
One of the hardest working bands in the industry, and absolute showmen. I think our music would go great with them. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. And then I've heard a lot of people say they'd like to see us with Spirit Box, which would be a lot of fun too. Those guys throw down
Yeah.
super hard. So, mm.
uh, I was is there in your opinion, where do forgotten thoughts go?
Forgotten thoughts.
Hmm.
Hopefully they go on a piece of paper that can be a lyric later.
I'd like to every once in a while throw in just randomly weird questions just to see how
Sure.
people think.
Mhm.
Uh, like another one I like to ask in your band, who would survive the longest in a zombie apocalypse, and who's going to be the not so happy meal first?
Ooh. Oh, Pat. I think Pat on this one. That dude is a survivalist practically. He's a woodsman. He knows how to. He's such a road dog. He just adapt to any situation. I've got like a bum knee. My vision's not great, so I'm probably going to be the first one to go. I'm not
All right.
outrunning anything. After about a half mile, I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
I've told my own mother I don't run fast or far. I will trip her. Just I'm the worst person to be around in the event that ever comes to fruition, man. Just putting that out there. So,
Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. We'll leave that for another multiverse, right?
all right. So here we go. Out of the band members you guys have, uh, who's most likely to forget the lyrics?
I'm gonna have to give that to Jason because he's the only one who's got to remember them at the moment.
Ah, well, there you go. All right. So you're the big. I have a whole bunch of in the band who is, and so you already named the next one was who's the biggest gamer. I'm assuming you're going to be.
That would be me. Yeah, I think hands down. Jason though, he gets down with Destiny. Him and I were trying to link up at some point. We're like, oh, you got a character? Let's play. So I think he plays a little bit, but I don't know outside of that what he games on.
Gotcha. I'm a big World of Warcraft nerd, so I don't
Nice.
do first person, man. I just don't do
Mhm.
it. Um, so who's next one was who's the biggest nerd? I'm gonna say you or Jason then, if you guys are.
I'm gonna take that one as well. I think I've got a Lego collection I'm working on for fun with my girlfriend. We just like to collect stuff, you know. Where
Right.
wear your interest on your sleeve. So
I told my wife, she's like my wife, oh, she knows my soft spot is Lego. I have a closet full of it, and she's
nice.
like, "When are we gonna build these? If we're gonna build them, you're gonna have to buy a second one of these." I'm not buying a second set of all these. That's just not happening. Like, oh, fair enough. So,
We haven't gone that far. We do have a couple. We've got a backlog. You know, we've got a queue going. The big thing we're trying to do is the Lego Christmas Village. So
ah,
every year we're going to try to grab one of their releases. We got to find the train. The train is a tough one to find right now from this
yeah,
year. So if we
yeah.
get that, we're going to be very excited.
You hear that, Lego? Help out, help a dude out. So, just curious. What is there any? You guys have any? I'm assuming you have already released five, but is there any more songs you guys have in the queue that you're kind of like on the fence about, or what determines what song makes it on the album, makes the cut?
At this point, it was just the first five that we
Okay.
finished. And that's what you guys are hearing. But there's already a backlog of quite a few. With some of them have lyrics, some of them are just instrumental. And really, at this point, since we're independent, if we feel the song is ready to roll, we'll
Mhm.
just put it out there as a single. You know, we don't really have to answer to anybody. We'll just make sure that we get the word out
Mhm.
and go, here's another cool riff with a great hook, and off we go. So we're kind of the masters of our own universe at this point, which is really nice. So once we finish up some more songs
Mhm.
and see what resonates with fans, we'll start putting some more stuff out.
Very cool, man. Very
Mhm.
cool. I'm trying to see here. You keep just in our chatting, you keep answering all my questions already. So so I am curious about this. It's because I'm still obviously kind of new to the scene, doing interviews and whatnot. I've been shooting shows for a long time, reviewing them
Mhm.
for a long time. Something that I always hear people talk about. Well, I've never been asked that. Is there a question that you have not been asked that you've always wanted to hear asked of you?
Whoa. I don't know off the top of my head. That's a tough one. I mean, could be that question. What do you want me to ask? You know?
It's your interview, man. So
Yeah, right,
you
right.
tell me.
A little bit. Yeah, I don't have a quick answer for you on that one.
Okay.
Maybe I played baseball, so I'd be like, "Can you throw a curveball?" How about that one? It's literally a curveball question. So, and the answer to that would be sometimes. I'd left a lot of hanging curveballs back in the day that got absolutely rocked in my high school days. But
Very
that's why I'm
cool.
playing music now.
Very awesome.
Mhm.
So let's just pretend like 20 years down the road and somebody asks you to look back at your time in Dead Asleep. What are you hoping is remembered about you guys 20 years from now?
Just that it was authentic and that it connected. As I said, we put a lot of honesty into this, and
Mhm.
I hope people resonate with that. And I just hope that it moves them, even just picks them out of their life for 4 minutes at a time, drops them into our world, and we allow them to scream along, sing along, even just like sit and listen, and then snap back to whatever they got to do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
understood. So, you guys, trying to see here. Sorry. All my notes are very discombobulated. That's a note for next time. Don't do that again. It's just like you were saying about
Good word.
you were in the shower and you're like, I gotta write this down. That's what happened with
Yep.
you. Because I'm like, I gotta write this down. Now it's like
Yeah.
I've answered pretty much. You've answered all my questions pretty much. It's like, well, I was hoping to go a little bit longer, but so yeah, you said you're big into games, big into Lego. Kudos on those. So so I'm just curious, is there any other bands that you listen to that would be kind of surprising to fans to hear that you're into?
There's this band that I've been trying to get everyone to listen to. They're called
Mm,
Unpeople. And Machine, the producer who did Crobot's first couple records,
mhm.
he's got them down in Austin, recording at the Machine Shop in Dripping Springs, and they absolutely rip, and they have a very like psychological approach
Mhm.
to their lyrics, and it's very raw and real and emotional, and it's aggressive and chromatic, and then it goes to a major scale, and it's happy and it's light, and then it's the nastiest riff you've ever heard right afterwards. It's like if ADD and heavy metal came together with, I mean, the vocalists in this band, they're insane. The harmonies they're pulling off while playing these songs, I don't know how they do it. Unpeople. They were Press Miko back in the day. They had a little lineup change, and now they're Unpeople. I've seen them around a little bit on like some
Mm.
test drive kind of radio stations and stuff like that. They are phenomenal.
I will definitely have to check them out, man.
Yeah, check them
Very
out. They're
cool.
great.
So, what you guys have any plans for any live shows coming up, or just you just got the 5 songs, or
We got the 5 songs. We wanted to get those out there. We've been
Mhm.
sitting on these for about a year, so it was time to go. And now we're just coordinating tour schedules. So
Gotcha.
we'll get together, we'll make it happen,
Mhm.
and then we'll spread the word. I imagine it'll stay regional for a little bit while we
Yeah.
get the van up and running, and then it's time to go.
Very cool, man. Well, once you start playing plotting cities and stuff, like I said, if you hit Cleveland or Pittsburgh, dude, hit me up. We'll do another sit down, promote the show, promote the tour,
Absolutely.
and we'll work out
Pittsburgh
the
for sure. What am I thinking? Mr. Smalls, we played there a couple
yeah.
times. I love that venue. Yeah.
Yeah, also, another venue in Pittsburgh, I don't know, the size of venue. I forget how big Mr. Smalls is. Another venue that's really awesome in Pittsburgh is Jurgles. Uh,
Yeah, I've played Jurgles a couple times. Played there with CKY. Man,
yeah,
that's a great place. Love that.
I love that place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in Akron. I'm just south of Akron, which is about an hour south of Cleveland.
Mhm.
So, I mean, dude, if you hit Pittsburgh, Cleveland, or Columbus, I am all on. I'm on it like a fat kid on a cupcake, man. So, and that's not offensive. I resemble that remark. So,
Hey, shoot us a message and we'll get you in. Absolutely.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. And like I said, Dan, I really appreciate you sitting down with me today, man. And just keep doing what you're doing because it's working, man. It really is.
I
And
appreciate it.
oh, no
Thanks
worries,
for
man.
listening. That's all
Oh,
we can ask for.
so there's nothing else, man. I'll let you get back to your Sunday, man. So
Right on. I've got some video games to go play. Maybe some Legos to put together. I'm not sure.
it's too late in the day for start Legos for me, man. So I'm going to play some more WoW and just kind of relax because tomorrow's coming way too quick. So,
It always does. It always does.
all right, man. Thanks for sitting down with me today, man.
Of course. Thank you. Take care.
All right, bye.